Hello and welcome to Access, the show that gives you an inside look at the hottest happenings on PlayStation. This week we pluck the juiciest news fruit in our PlayStation briefing, try out the blockbuster games of tomorrow at this year's Eurogamer expo, and get classical with the London Philharmonic Orchestra. But before all that, we're off to Montreal with a sleeve full of deadly metal for our game of the week, Assassin's Creed Revelations. Spoiler time, kids. If the extraordinary end of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood left you tired of all the genetic time travel madness, then here's some good news. While it continues the complex meta-historical storyline, Assassin's Creed Revelations is all about the wonder of jabbing folk with sharp metal. And on its simplest level, about hero Ezio finding his keys.
The 5 keys to Altair's library.
Revelations is thinking big, aiming to complete the story arc of veteran Italian killer Ezio and to bring his relationship with Altair and modern-day counterpart Desmond to a conclusion. That's why the setting is no accident, as the game's writer, Darby McDevitt, explains.
Symbolically, we all thought of Constantinople as a perfect blend between Altair and Ezio. It has influences from Italy, from the Middle East.
Nothing drastic has happened to the open-world free-running gameplay, and Ezio's journey through Constantinople will be a familiar mix of battling Templars and doing missions for famous historical folk.
Welcome to Constantine, Ezio, the crossroads of the world.
The other good thing about Constantinople, apart from all the nightlife, is that it has a new toy to play with. Check out the Ottoman hook, something else for Ezio to stuff up his sleeves, which can be used to trip or spin over enemies in combat and to reach for ledges and swing round corners while free-running.
Show me how it works.
There are other new additions too, like a bomb crafting mechanic that sees Ezio cooking up dozens of specialist explosives, and a tower defense minigame for protecting assassin dens, which during our hands-on session proved to be very playable. More than anything this time, there's an emphasis on storytelling and making sure that Ezio's send-off is as compelling as possible.
I cannot rest until all has been revealed.
Assassin's Creed Revelations is out on the 15th of November, and we'll be wrist-blading our way through the crowds to pick it up on release day, although pre-ordering is probably easier. Time now for your PlayStation briefing, your 90-second spin through the week's ripest news. We start our roundup this week from sunny California, where we recently visited Toys for Bob, the studio behind Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. Don't worry, we didn't let nostalgia keep us from asking the hard-hitting questions like, whose dragons will be cooler, yours or Skyrim's?
Yeah, it's a completely different game. I can't comment.
Oh yes you can, Spyro's magic. Normally, arguments between the denizens of PlayStation Home are settled by accidentally doing the robot when you meant to do an angry fist shake. But no more! From this autumn, you'll be able to blast the face off virtual flirt pests with Bootleggers, the new free-to-play first-person shooter that'll be lighting up PlayStation Home like a gun-hungry bonfire. We're now officially leaving the present day and entering the future. How do we know? Because of Sony's HMZ T1 personal 3D viewer, that's how. Clearly half-inch from the year 2150, this spangly new eye visor allows you to play games and watch movies in your own private 3D world, plus you'll look amazing on your morning commute. Giving the sound barrier the middle finger as it streaks onto PS3 this Friday is Namco Bandai's furious dogfighter Ace Combat Assault Horizon. Stay still and be swatted, bothersome rusky villain. The landscapes are all modelled on real-life satellite data, a bit like a Mach 3 busting version of Google Maps. So you might even spot your gran putting the bins out, providing she lives in the penthouse suite of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, of course. That was your PlayStation briefing. We'll have more next week. Digital pounds at the ready, children. It's time to take a look at the best of the store this week. So we're into October, which means you can shortly expect an army of kids in stupid costumes to chuck eggs, abuse and toilet roll at your front door in exchange for treats. To celebrate the Halloween festivities, PlayStation Plus subscribers can get their pumpkin mitts on Dress 'em Up RPG Costume Quest for the scary price of nothing. I've got 3 whole crunchy bars for anyone who can come up with a better costume than the fries crab. Okay, now that's 2 whole crunchy bars. If you're not yet a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you can sign up on the PlayStation Store homepage. Joining this lot on the store is decidedly old-school side-scroller Castlevania Harmony of Despair and metal-fisted Hugh Jackman tie-in Real Steel the Game, which comes from longtime WWE developer Ukes. On to the video store now, and our movie pick of the week sees Dame Helen Mirren acting out one of our bestest fantasies, punching Russell Brand in the face. Buff! Eat it.
That really hurt!
This is an actual film, by the way. It's called Arthur and sees Brand playing the hapless heir to a multi-million-dollar fortune who's trying to find his own way in life while simultaneously escaping the attentions of Jennifer Garner's lust-fueled gold digger. Tough times. And it's got Helen Mirren saying "wash your winky" in a Darth Vader mask. Come on, Helen. Say "wash your winky."
Wash your winky.
Brilliant. That's all for the store for now. Happy downloading, and we'll see you next week. Time for a musical interlude now as we get classy with the London Philharmonic Orchestra. The world-renowned concert outfit recently invited us to a rehearsal of a new show comprised entirely of music from video games. The lineup included tunes from Uncharted, BioShock and Call of Duty, while the rendition of this Little Big Planet ditty in particular had us bouncing like elastic-filled sack people. We caught up with conductor and arranger Andrew Skeet and plucked his brain strings about video game music.
Music is a real kind of shorthand, I think. It's a kind of shorthand for what the whole game is about. The big themes, you must have heard them thousands of times when you play these games, so they become really sort of in the bloodstream, I think. I guess it sort of reflects what the game's like, and that's the point of it.
Thank you, Andrew. And if you're sad about having missed the show itself, stop your snivelling, because the Philharmonic have recorded an album as well. It's called Video Game Heroes, and you can find more information on the website at lpo.org.uk. Welcome to Access All Areas, where this week the Access bandwagon rolls up to Earl's Court for the bigger-than-ever Eurogamer Expo. Wow, security this year is fierce. Once we'd stormed the entrance, we hit the show floor, where crowds of eager gamers were laying into massive titles like Battlefield 3, Skyrim, and most eagerly of all, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception.
I really like it. I'm a big fan of the Uncharted series, and I'm liking the multiplayer on this quite a lot, actually.
It wasn't long before the sound of far-off arm breaking and this distinctive spotlight led us over to the Warner Brothers stand, where Joe Public was getting physical with the Dark Knight.
The experience here is going to be amazing. You're going to start the game as Catwoman. You're going to play through. You're going to get to do some Catwoman combat. You're going to have your whip. It's going to be naughty. It's going to be sexy. They're loving especially the gliding around the city. I think people are coming away and thinking, I want to fly more. I want to explore more.
On the way to PlayStation's access area, we were distracted by this amazing bit of Wipeout cosplay. Not pictured the line of hopeful boys queuing for an anti-grav ride, but arrived in time to see dozens of fans go hands-on with PlayStation Vita.
I really like the analog sticks, actually. They're just perfect, just the right size and the right sensitivity. I love it.
Amazing, and the best was still to come in the shape of an Uncharted 3 panel with lead game designer Richard LeMarchand and Nathan Drake himself, actor Nolan North, who charmed the crowd by digging out voices from his other roles.
Screaming and yelling was fantastic fun. Way more to do Dr. Richtofen in the zombie one. Way more fun.
The doctor says things that never should be said. I want an apple. Und apple!
Who better to sum up a fantastic day than our final special guest? You said it, R2. Aren't you a little short for a PlayStation gamer? Probably why he's not in the over 18 section. If you like what you see here, then why not get involved with the Access Live event we have coming up in Glasgow? Details are on your screen now, and you can head to facebook.com/PlayStation Access to find out more. Time to wrap up the episode, but before we go, our parting shot this week comes courtesy of first-person rubbish 'em up, Duke Nukem Forever. Have a poke around the TV studio at the start and you'll come across this fiery exchange. Sound familiar?
Do you want me to trash your mics? Would you like me to trash your mics? You don't get it. You amateur. We're done. You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy. But you don't get it.
Right, that's all for this week, but if you're after extra video content, competitions and events, then give us a visit at facebook.com/PlayStation Access or scan this sexy QR code. See you next week.